Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. So we're going to look at a production knife from Adam Purvis. And if you guys don't know Adam, he's a full-time firefighter. He's dabbled in custom knife making, modifying, repairing. He currently makes a lot of custom clips for knives. And so you guys may have seen his name or him around on Instagram or his website. His first model was the Primordial, which excellent little knife. I'm very, very fond of it. And his second one kind of follows the same format, 3.25 inch blade, M390 steel. Nice flowing lines. I'll tell you guys the story behind this one in a minute. But what makes this knife interesting or compelling is probably, aside from the design and the materials, M390, is the price point. This is a production knife coming in at $189. He did do a kind of a pre-order run that had a few more bucks off, but sub 200 for titanium handles that are contoured, an M390 blade, titanium pocket clip and back spacer, stainless steel lock insert, bearings, flipper. Fairly compelling offering for the steels and the specs. Now, in full disclosure, Adam and I have been friends for a number of years, and so if that colors me one way or another on this video, then so be it. I couldn't care less. So, aside from those specs, what else? I guess just one thing that I like about Adam is with his background in, the custom knife making, modifying, repairing, yada yada. If you have problems with your knives down the line, and perhaps these knives are no longer in production, be it the Primordial here or the Progeny that we're going to look at today, he obviously has the capabilities, the skills to make any repairs, do things like that. He's also ordered, additional parts and hardware for his knives, so if something does come up a couple of years down the line, he will be able to make it right or, take care of you one way or another. So he's a good dude. He always seems to put his clients or his customers first, so I like him. I like his work. I bought and sold with him numerous times, so he's a solid dude. All right, let's take a look at the Progeny now. Funny story, apparently the Progeny here was named by Levon of the Knife Nuts podcast, so if that makes you not want to buy it, I completely understand. Just kidding, Levon. All right, so this is, again, flipper. It has a blade length of 3.25 inches, weighs in on my scale at 3.7 ounces. Few size comparisons, right in range with the Kershaw Dividend, of course, his first model, the Primordial here. We've got the Para 2 for an additional size comparison. As you can see, dang, that looks way bigger. All right, and so we have those out of the way. Now this one is hitting dealers around Christmas time of 2018, so just a couple of weeks away at this point. A number of different color options available. There's this green one, which I'm quite fond of, kind of a green and gold anno, nice stone wash. There's going to be a blurple, which is a blue-purple color, gold, and then a standard just straight gray stone wash. One difference that you'll see on the actual production version is that I think the flats will be satined. This is a full stonewash version, but the flats will have satin flats to differentiate between the swedge, the primary bevel, and so forth. But anyways, so I don't know, kind of a sheep's foot blade shape here, a little bit of swedge at the top. Blade stock, what was it, 156 thou, somewhere in that range. My caliper battery died, so we'll just go with it. Where's the para? Get the para here. There it is next to the para. It looks fairly comparable. So anyways, we'll go with it. But here is the blade. Again, it'll be slightly different. His logo. It's got a flat up on top for, depending on hand size, your thumb to rest on. With my hand size, my thumb ends up all the way out towards the middle of the blade, and I can get a full grip on this thing, so that is always nice. Here's the flipper tab. Got some jimping on the front. I haven't misfired on it, so works pretty well. Flipping action is kind of a medium detent. Not super strong, but not weak either. With normal flipping action, you flip no problem. If you want to make it misfire, you can certainly do that. And then there is some additional milling here towards the flipper tab. So can't get my finger anywhere near the blade, which is always nice. And the pivot is pretty cool, kind of with that, I don't know, dot pattern. On the production version, both sides will have the dot pattern, which obviously is not shown here on the prototype. T8 pivot, T6 hardware on the body screws. As you can see, this thing is contoured, so it's quite comfortable. Oh, another change, the pocket clip is definitely going to have more space. I mean, this works in slacks currently, but not in jeans, so it will have adequate spacing on the production version. In slacks, this carries really well, though. It's got a very deep carry pocket clip, and so, you know, it pretty much sits in the pocket like so, which was fairly nice. Centering is good. Can't get your finger near the tip due to the back spacer coming up a little bit. So, I mean, overall, it's a solid knife. Trying to think of anything that I don't like, and I can't really think of anything in particular. It's made by Best Tech, who is one of the newer, you know, kind of mainstream overseas manufacturers, up there with, you know, WE and so forth in terms of fit and finish. Pretty close to WE. Better than Kaiser, but trailing right behind WE, and the Reaut still sits at the top of that spectrum. So, backspacer, full body. And then the backspacer colors will differ, and don't quote me on all the color combinations. You guys will be able to see them on the website. These will be at several different dealers, including just Adam's website, which I believe is apurvisblades.com. I'll have links down in the description box below. But green and blue, and then I think the blurple will have like gold, or I don't know. Look at the website, guys. And yeah, so got some nice milling here on the lock bar relief. I have a stainless steel lock insert. And I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's a nice knife. I think for 190 bucks, like, they're gonna have a hard time doing better than that, assuming that you like blades in the 3.25 inch range. His other model, the God, where did I put it? I have too many knives on my table. Where the hell did that knife go? Here we go. Whoops, there it is. All right, so the Primordial. You know, this one came in at $280. This one just about $190. So for $100 difference, is it different? Yeah, I mean, the action is a little bit better on the Primordial here. It also uses an opening hole in lieu of a flipper tab. It also has a recurved blade instead of, you know, one that does not have a recurve, kind of a belly to it. Both good ergonomics. I mean, they're fairly comparable in terms of size, but you know, for $100 difference, you know, you'll have to just kind of pick your poison. Another cool tidbit is that this was designed in collaboration with Elisha Ijam. This was based on one of Adam's custom models that he did, and then he handed it over to Elijah to do some of the CAD work, some of the 3D modeling, and Elijah added a little bit of his own touch to the knife as he built it out that way. So, I don't know, kind of two designers-ish, along with, you know, obviously Best Tech going in and producing it. So, yeah, that's the Progeny here. So, comments, questions, let me know. Again, let Adam know more so than me. This prototype will be going back to him. Well, probably should have been back to him already, but it'll go back to him soon. So anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully that was helpful, or I don't know, just a video or something. So I'll see you guys soon. Take care.